Welcome back, guys and girls. This is where we left it last time. We've got this sort of half-shaped foot thing here that we're working on. Select my cube. What we want to do first up here is to get rid of these polygons through the middle. So that's that one, those 5. And that one there, we'll just delete those. And now we've got our basic sort of cage for the foot. We're going to want to put an angle on one of these sides. I'm unsure which the front of this actually is, so I need to get the angle on the right side. So we'll jump into the front view. We'll front here, and go into points mode and select that top corner point there. If we go back to perspective view, that shows us that we want to be working on that side there. We're going to create this angle here with a tool called the weld tool. If you haven't used that, what this does is it joins points together and forms them into one. You'll see here, weld, it wants to go into the middle. By default, we're going to drag it back to that point there. Click, and that joins those 2 points together. It does cause a little triangulation problem through the front, but hopefully it won't be big enough to bother us at the end. If it is, we'll go through and fix that up. And so we're going to join up those points here, which gives us our angle down here. The Fong tag is quite a way out, but we'll tidy that up. We'll do it now, we'll remember. Down to about 30. It should look about right. Unfortunately, we've got everything else rendering. Let's turn those off so they don't render. There we go, that's not looking too bad through there. That'll be fine once we get some materials on it, so that's all good for now. Now what we need to do is make a couple of small cuts. We are going to create this little box that goes on the inside. This part in here. We're not doing the tubes on it just yet. And also at the same time we're going to create this little ledge out the side here that that box mounts on. Just takes a couple of cuts to do that, so let's get into it. I'll jump to the front view so we can see what we're doing. And these don't have to be measured or fancy, so we'll grab our knife tool and we want that in line. We want a single cut, and we don't want restricted selection, and we don't want visible only. The way to do this is just click here, hold shift so it cuts straight and straight across, and it'll cut through everything there. And same again here, line it up roughly with that red line and cut it through there. If we go back to our perspective view, got some polygons now to work with. Across the front we're going to use the create polygon tool. Create this small polygon across the front. And we'll do that front and back, of course. To there, to there, to there, to there. Now we want to create another polygon up to this point here, which is why we added that second cut in. So back to there. And now we need to spin our model around to get the front. We need to add in those same polygon there. Zoom out a bit so I can see what I'm doing. That's there, to there, to there, to there, and back up to close it. And finally we need to add this last polygon here, which is going to go across to there, to there, and back to there. And from that our little feet will mount on there. We are going to close off this area as well, so we might as well create those while we're here. So that's that point, that point, that point, that point. I'll zoom in a bit so you can actually see what I'm doing, down to that point there, and back up, close that area off, and same on this side. Try not to collect any stray points along the way. Down to there and back up to close it. So we've got that there, and we just need to create this little shelf on the outside. You can see we've got the cuts in place to do it. So we just need to delete some polygons. Jump back into polygon mode here. I'm going to delete that and delete that. Delete those big ones there. Delete these ones over the top. As you can see, this is quite a severe hack we've made into this cube. Well, it's all good fun, really. Delete that there, and now we need to create a couple more polygons. So back in your structure menu and your create polygon tool, want to come from that point up to here. I'll zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. To that point, down to there, down to there, and back across to close it. And finally we just need to close off that hole there. And so there we have it, there's our basic foot shape. We are going to come through and bevel all the edges so it won't look quite so square and awful, but we'll do that when we're well into the detailing stage later on. So as you can see, we're going to mount a box thing in here and have a couple of tubes coming around to this point here, which we're going to make a selection set for and texture a bit differently, and mount it there, which is going to mount up on the bottom of our arm. I'll leave this video here, it's probably getting a bit long, and I'll see you next time when we go on and mount it up.